Hello, hello. Okay, today we have a video from Leaflit called Please Don't Ban Me. I wonder what she's going to say. She's going to say something edgy, something cool. We'll see. I mean, it says don't ban me, which seems to imply it's maybe teetering on the edge of what's acceptable and what's not in the TOS. Let's see. What is she talking about?
All the dippies reading on Twitter today over basic stuff, dude. The truth is,
All
a
the
lot of
dippies?
people on Twitter are fucking retarded.
True.
Like that's actually like they're like unsalvageably retarded. That's actually the truth.
Twitter is a cesspool. This is true.
Mufasa, thank you for the gift subs as well. Again, thank you so much for 5. Thank you, Codename Spectre as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. The Quangos.
The
You just figured that
Quangos.
out. No, well the thing is like you always feel like they're LARPing or something. Like I mean, at least I do. I feel like they're LARPing or something, but it turns out they're like actually
Dumb.
being for real. First time you said LARP, I've said LARP before. Did you see ashtrays? Dude, somebody sent me a DM and it just said,
if you're in the chat here,
wrong with
nice.
ashtray? And I was like, what?
Ashtray?
And I looked and I saw a femboy in a maid outfit.
Oh no.
And I was like,
Taka? Is that Takashira?
Guys, did I do this to him? Chat, like real talk, like be real with me. Did I do this to him? Like, did I psyop him into being? Did I like groom him into being a fucking femboy? When like I was just joking. Like it was a joke. You know, like I was joking.
No, Leaflit's a groomer.
I pipelined him.
Leaflit groomed someone? Cracked their egg? Oh no.
It was not on purpose, man.
It's all true.
It was not on purpose. Sapphire Ages, thank you so much for the bits. Hope your pregnancy went well. SMH. Leaflit, the goddess of femboy. Bro. Okay.
Ashtray?
So what I was gonna say about IQ, guys.
IQ mentioned? Oh, okay, so the video is about IQ. I saw the thumbnail had like the world map and then it had like average IQ. So naturally I assumed the video would kind of go in that direction. All right, it does seem to be the case.
I woke up and I was like, let's look at I came across a tweet on X, and this is like, I didn't really have much.
No offense to Leaflit, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. I feel like, look, if someone was watching me, I would probably also advise they speed it up. You know, no, it's not meant to be offensive, but maybe it's my attention span. I don't know. 1.25.
To be honest, I've been playing Fire Emblem. I've been playing Fire Emblem Engage.
Fire Emblem, nice.
It's honestly pretty fun. There's a lot of peak waifus in that game. But yeah, I've been playing Fire Emblem Engage. It's been mostly what I've been doing.
What do we have to? What does that have to do with IQ though?
Outside of like life stuff that I'm dealing with, but
IQ yourself.
Anyway, between that, I was like kind of PvPing on X. I don't know if you guys saw, but I was like yelling at
PvPing on X. That's my favorite pastime.
People on X. I was like, you're fucking retarded. I was like, shut up, you're fucking retarded. And I was just dealing with all of these people, and I was like, man, these people are so fucking stupid. Like these people, like literally, there was a thread, right? And it goes like this. The thread goes like,
Ashtray's a VTuber on Kick and Twitch. He's not a femboy, but we bully him by calling him one. Apparently, Leaflit bullied him too.
This. Leaflit said that
Leaflit.
The sins of the father are not transferred to the child, and cares about a clump of cells, but she's okay with killing immigrant children. And I was like, what? And they were like, they were saying like, look at this backpedaling. She's backpedaling, guys. And I'm like, I didn't backpedal on anything. Like, what the? So confused.
What did you say to that?
Dude, they're actually so stupid. It's actually unreal. Leftists are wildly retarded. Dude, oh my god. So like the whole day, I've been investigating like IQ stuff because I'm just like, I was like, there's no way.
We didn't get her answer.
There's no way. And so I was like looking deep into it. I'm like, okay, so what is the IQ effects of like this range and this range? Like, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100. Like what levels of cognitive function are we gaining from like each 10?
Quite a bit.
Each 10 IQ that you gain, how much cognitive function do you gain, right? And I kept going, right? And I was like, wait a minute. So you're telling me that people at like 80 IQ can't do this basic shit? I'll give you an example of like basic shit. Okay, like people that are under 80 IQ, they can't. They can't emulate. Like, okay, so if I tell you, chat, I say like
it's hypotheticals, right?
Emulate. Like
they can't spin the apple in their head. What? What can't they do?
Emulate two people talking to each other. Like, imagine like a story
They're
in
bad.
where there's two
Yeah.
characters talking to each
Okay.
other, right? And then now imagine that their conversation is about two other characters talking to each other. They can't do that.
They're
Like, they
very
can't.
bad
It's
with
like it fries their brain. It's like beyond like
conditional
I'm like, what?
hypothetical statements.
Is that real? Right? And then so
They
you look
can't
at that,
emulate a
right?
Game Boy game, right?
And
They don't
here's the
know
spicy thing.
emulation. They don't understand what a
Have you
ROM
guys looked at
is.
World IQ map?
Yeah,
Oh my
hypothetical.
god. Oh my god.
Is this unironically new to Leaflit? Are you are you serious? Has Leaflit really never seen the average IQ world map? Like that seems pretty basic, I would think. You did eat
It is
breakfast?
not
Good. Good. Me too. I also
It is
ate.
not good.
Well,
It's not good. It is
actually, I
forbidden
didn't eat
knowledge. Yeah, it
breakfast.
is. And you will get canceled for this, right? But it's like, it's just true. Like, it's just true. If you look at it, guys, I looked into the averages as well in the United States. And it's like,
pretty bad, yeah.
also not good. Like
if you
and
look
then there was,
by
stories
state,
too of like, did you guys hear the story of like, there was a teacher, right? And there was like one student that was like a total fucking idiot. And that student was not only mean,
and that student was me. That's where I thought that was going.
but they were disruptive. Like, they would always like shout, and they'd always like not listen, and they'd always be talking in class, and they'd always be acting up in class. And you wanna know what happened in this story?
Someone in chat, Leaflit, hide the power level. Leaflet's going off. I feel like the IQ, I don't know. The average IQ world map is rather tame. Maybe like obviously the circles that I look, like the things I look at versus the things that Leaflit looks at, worlds apart, I guess. But like I'm like that's like entry level. That's like the front door. That's like you're knocking on the front door, I guess. Is she gonna show the map? That's a good question. We'll see.
The kid got expelled from school, and the grades of everyone in the class went up. So like, hold on. So you're telling
She's taking
me
everyone else down
that
with
like
them.
we're putting people into like these classes that is like AoEing everybody else. It's like degen aura. You guys know
Yes.
Dota? You guys remember the fucking paladin guy? What was his name? I forgot. The paladin guy. And he has like that move where like anyone around him is slowed down. Yeah, Omni Knight, yeah. He's got the degen aura where like if he stands next to you, it slows you everybody down, like AoE around him. It's like that, but like for development of children.
I mean, it's a
So,
real
like, hold
fact,
on,
yeah.
So you're telling me that like in order to be
I'm
like,
such a weeb for this,
but
right?
guys, equality,
The
though, and
the
opportunity.
expected
You're telling me
appeal
that
to
we
some
are-
sort of
we are
nerd
on
stuff.
purpose fucking up an entire class of people for that one person.
That's what do you think the No Child Left Behind stuff was? What do you What do you think the whole thing about like I don't know, not affirmative action, but like I don't know. The No Child Left Behind and things like that are meant to ensure or maximize the number of like non-white children who pass school, and it kind of comes at the detriment of the white students because they don't need it for the most part. They're fine without it, but then they have to deal with being in school with these other people.
It's like, oh my god, dude. It's like, it's actually so fucking irritating.
In fact, honestly I think the fact that like school the syllabus, well, not is the syllabus the right word, like the curriculum that students have to go through, I think has been so dumbed down because of the fact that they're like, oh, our student populace is dumbed down, our students are dumber. Why? Because there's increasingly non-white students. So, oh, our students are dumber, so we need to stupefy, we need to lower the IQ requirement to understand the curriculum. We need to lower the bar. And I honestly think that is coming at a detriment to the white students who otherwise might excel even more. Like, the white students now have to go through this, like, this slowed down, even more, like, dumb curriculum so that everyone could have a mostly equal outcome. And this is actually like holding them back in life, really. It's holding them back. And then probably you have white students getting like and Asian students obviously getting more bored, acting out more because they're not being challenged. They're not being challenged in school because their curriculum is the same as all the non-whites, their curriculum, I feel like that's a real thing.
But I feel like the more I talk,
Yeah, 85 IQ used to be retarded, but then they lowered it to 65 so that blacks wouldn't all be considered under that definition of retard. Yeah, That's also real. If you look it up, yeah.
More I'll get banned, you know? Maybe I'll just get
Does
myself
Leaflit
banned
know
so that I can be
this?
over with it and take an actual.
Leaflit, that's the
Maybe
next step. If you don't know it already.
pissed off Elox. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you, Theana, as well.
Yeah, if Leaflit doesn't know this already, look up what was classified as retarded. I forgot what year it was, if it was the 80s or something. But look at what IQ was classified as retarded, legally retarded, and then look at when they changed it to lower. So and then consider why. It's like 75 now.
Ryan N 2001 over on Rumble. Thank you for the $10 Rumble rant. Do you have a good break? No.
Guess who's back again? Leaflet's back. Tell a friend. True. Yeah. So before this video, I think Leaflet's been out for like something like a week. But yeah, so she's recently started streaming again. So that's cool. Good to see her streaming again.
Thank you for the 1,000. I really appreciate it. It's even worse than that. The people with 80 IQ people count as much as they do, and they're incredibly psyopable. That's like the other problem.
Psyopable.
Is that they're incredibly psyopable. So it's just like, oh my god, it's like the worst case scenario.
Retarded isn't considered a category anymore, really?
I see. Guys. I don't actually care. Okay, I'm gonna have to like be very careful here.
Unfit to stand court. That's the problem. Is you have all these low IQ people.
I'm also gonna be very truthful.
You have all these low IQ people committing crimes and shit because previously they'd be considered legally retarded. You have people unfit to stand trial, but you're required to stand next to them in society. You're required to be amongst them in society. You're required to pretend that you're equals. To pretend like you're not trying to live amongst a bunch of retards who can't control their aggressive nature. It's unfortunate, but that's reality.
Very, very truthful, because this is how I actually feel.
Jury of peers, right? No such thing anymore.
Diversity, hear me out, guys. It's gonna sound really fucking woke. Diversity is actually not bad. And the reason why is because... hot take. There's a thing where if you actually mix DNA, you actually can have a really good result because you have a thing called hybrid vigor, where if you have two people that are...
is this true? See, because of all the shit that we've been all the shit they pushed on us, I can't help but wonder if this quote-unquote hybrid vigor is not just another psyop. Like, essentially saying, no, don't have your homogenous societies. You need to mix. You need mixed race stronger, mixed race better. Yes, melting pot. Yes, melting pot. Like, I can't help but think maybe that's not really scientific and it doesn't actually hold to scientific scrutiny. And it might even be just a psyop to encourage miscegenation.
Drastically different in DNA.
I don't know if
you will have a person in the future that has like...
Because like, is she going to say, we need to mix all the races. We need to mix all the races together so that we have the best DNA. If she's gonna say that, that sounds a little bit like that sounds like maybe some propaganda. We'll see. Let's let her talk.
A bunch of resistances to like a lot of shit, and this is like a thing in like
she has been around Malcolm. That's true.
Sort of like animal breeding, okay, like that. But here's the problem, okay? You can't select a total fucking retard and then expect to get a good result. Oh my god, dude. People are gonna... Oh, I can't say
Oh,
this.
she's freaking out.
I can't say... I just got back.
Get banned. Say this. Has Leaflit ever been banned? I feel like no.
Get a half retard. Well, the problem is, okay, so if IQ causes all of these problems, so like there's other issues too. So the other issue with like IQ, like low IQ, okay, so there's like different kinds of
she acknowledged it's genetic as well.
But generally, if you have good culture around it, right, like you have a good like supporting culture, then you can generally support more people with like less IQ. And the reason why is because
that's not necessarily false.
They have to be given a role specifically.
Yeah, a good culture can support more low IQ people. This is not necessarily untrue. Ideally, you wouldn't have a lot of low IQ people, but if the culture is good, if you have a very a well-working homogenous society, like you can afford places where lower IQ people can make a living and still be, functional members of society. This is technically true. Breed a horse and a donkey together and tell me about hybrid vigor. You're right. Leaflet would rather send the retards off a cliff. I hope so. I believe it.
Oh my god, bro, I can't. This sounds so bad.
Say it.
Holy fuck.
Say it.
Hold on. 72. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. Thank you. Loto for the sub, Sharpness as well. Ryan, thank you for the $5 Rumble round. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What's important personally is diversity of thought. Yeah, exactly. Diversity of thought is really, well, There's also biological diversity. Is good.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yes, diversity of thought's important, but biological diversity. Well, it's like you're like mixing like things that sound based and then things that aren't based. I'm gonna hear her out. I'm gonna let her finish, but I'm just questioning the process here. I don't know. I'll let her finish.
Too, like not just like mental, but like also like genetic traits is good too. Like again, like hybrid vigor, more resistant. I'll explain why in a second.
Leaflit is a HAPA. That's true. A HAPA nationalist, maybe. At least I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's actually a fact. Actually, now that I say it, I don't actually know that's a fact. But if it was true, it would make sense why she kind of values the hybrid vigor theory.
Okay, it is kind of a advanced topic, but thank you, Ryan, for the $1 movement as well. That's why I mean the Hoppian Society, dude. I'm starting to feel it. Thank you, Nassar.
El gato uno.
Okay, so
true, that's me. El gato uno.
The problem with low IQ people, and you'll actually notice, like if you think I'm wrong about this, just open your eyes and like look at Twitter, like not just that, look at society, and you'll know that I'm telling the truth here. So the problem with low IQ people is they can't actually model other people. So like their ability to emulate the idea of another person and how they feel, they're incapable of it.
True. Yeah, they are incapable.
So like what happens is they do a thing that's bad, and then you tell them like why would you do that? That's awful. How do you think that the person feels like that you did that to?
They
and
can't
they can't
emulate.
understand that. They're like,
they
I don't know.
They have no theory of
it's
mind.
Like, it's like the breakfast thing, right?
The
but
breakfast
then,
thing.
Breakfast. Imagine like how would you feel if you were the other person? They like literally can't do that.
It's true.
Isn't that called narcissism? Yeah, but see the thing is, they're not sociopathic because they're They don't have like a broken thing, and they're like they're not like
they don't have that
like,
function.
Mental disorder. Do you see what I mean? They don't have a mental disorder that makes them sociopathic. They're just sociopathic because they literally do not have the processing power. Like they're like GPUs is not strong enough. That's like the issue. Their GPUs is just not strong enough.
GPUs plural. GPUs is not strong enough. Anyway, but yeah, she's not wrong. It's true.
To even like, so they become sociopathic by default.
How would you feel?
Sonic, thank you for the bits. Thank you.
If you didn't have breakfast.
Well, thank you.
But I didn't have.
Anyway,
what I didn't have
I looked
breakfast?
into the stats. Did you guys know this? This is a true story. And again, like, let me clarify this before everyone blows me up and like I get a Giga canceled.
Leaflit canceled. This just in.
Take good people, mutants, basically. So like even in these populations that have like significant like, how do I explain it? So average IQs across populations means it's the average. So like, there's obviously going to be good people in those populations, right? There's a lot of overlap in like the general.
Well, it's going to be
like,
most
think
people.
Think of it like an overlapping spheres of like IQ.
Most people are going to be around average, yes.
Overlapping spheres of IQ like per like group, right? Now,
a meat puppet, no internal monologue, aphantasia, damn. They can't spin the apple in their head, it's true. A lot of American values are based in Christianity, probably wouldn't have been thought up otherwise. True, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
If we took all the good people from those, all of the good people.
There's a crazy video of rapists in Africa being asked if they think that what they did was wrong, and they were like, "Oh yeah, she could have had AIDS and gave it to me." They couldn't answer. They couldn't even understand the question. Exactly. Yeah, like they can't really think of the world from a perspective that is outside of themselves. Like so. Yeah, they're like, "Do you think that action was wrong, in that you wronged someone else?" But they're like, "Oh yeah, it could have been wrong." Like, I could have done something that harmed myself. I could have done something that was wrong because it harmed me. Me. It's... And unfortunately, there's a lot of those people. Like, an insane amount of those people. It's called India. No. It's called Africa. No, I mean... Yeah. Yeah.
Well, then that's fine. But then if you're like, let's get all of the idiots from, like, a different country, that's not good. It's not good, guys, because if they can't understand, they don't have the ability to model other people, then they're incapable of being empathetic. They're incapable of actually, like...
Literally incapable of empathy, yeah.
How do I explain it? They're incapable of understanding...
And is that not the definition? I don't know. I don't actually know the actual definition of, like, sociopath. But being incapable of actually being able to process the feeling of empathy, the thought of empathy, sounds rather similar.
Why they shouldn't do a thing unless you have very strict rules. Like for instance, they could maybe survive in a you can maybe have a society with these people if you're like, yeah, if you commit a crime, we shoot you. Right? Like then
Yeah.
like the cost of doing it is so high that they become afraid, because basically the fear becomes like the actual factor. Like they can understand fear, because fear, every animal can understand fear.
True.
Right? So like in those
Fear
cases,
and pain.
maybe
Fear
you
and
can have
pain,
it.
yeah.
But when you have like kind of a society that's really, really lax, it doesn't really work. Now,
A
okay.
strong-armed society.
So where I was going with all of this, which is not, and you can look this up yourself.
Lower in empathy or guilt in sociopaths? Gotcha, exactly. This is why women usually can't actually have empathy, by the way. Damn. Damn. But Leaflit's a woman, though.
If you want. Like, you can look it up and understand I'm not
She
lying, because I'm
knows.
not lying about this. So, if you don't want to trust me, look it up yourself. Did you guys know
Did
that
you
they
know?
lowered...
Oh, she does know. She's about to say it. She's mentioning the lowered standard for IQ, 100%. She's going to say it.
the threshold for retardation?
Yo.
Did you guys know that? I believe it was in the 80s or 70s. There was like a I believe 85 IQ was considered retarded. Yeah, 85 IQ was considered retarded. And they were like, but that's mean though, so let's lower it even more. So they lowered it, I believe, to either 70 or 65. Do you want to know why they lowered it?
Uh-oh.
They lowered it because it was offensive, and it made a lot of people from Africa feel bad.
The chat, Canadians, blacks, monkey, Africa, black people, because of black people, gay people in the military. A couple of people said military, army.
That's actually the reason. Like, you can look it up. That's literally the reason. I was shocked. I was like, what? Yeah, look it up yourself. I'm not lying about it.
Damn. I was advising her to look it up too.
Yeah, and
she already knows.
Is the average. I mean, if you look into that, I mean, you can look it up, guys. You can look it up on Wikipedia. Like, trust me. If you look at Wikipedia and you look at the world IQ map, it is like absolutely fucked. In like certain places in the world, it's absolutely.
You got to be careful
like,
though,
not
because
even close to like
Wikipedia and AI are kind of what's the word? Controlled a little bit, you know. So like, if you were to ask AI, it would probably tell you, but then it would give you a huge like, it would give you this huge like dialogue about actually, although this is true, yada yada yada. These are differences, many factors that factor into this, and yada, you know, and all this like cope. So you know, you got to be careful with AI because it is written to cope really hard about topics like this.
So this basically throws away the...
Leaflit is a woman, but probably the strangest woman I know of. Obsessed with anime, works constantly, and actually uses logic. Facts and logic. It's true. That's crazy. Yeah, she is not necessarily... She's not like the others. Could have just said Asian. That's true.
Entire thing of like, everybody's the same. Right, and like, I mean, we all knew this already. I mean, let's be real. We all knew this already, right? But it's this whole idea that, well, everybody's the same, and it's just culture, and like we just import the people, and then they like assimilate the culture, and we're okay. No, it doesn't work.
True, assimilation is a lie.
It doesn't work because they're literally...
For most.
They're literally...
If you pull in some Europeans, they're gonna assimilate. Like if you get a bunch of Finns, if a bunch of Finns emigrate, I forget the word, whatever, fuck it. If they come into the U.S., they'll probably you know, they'll be able to fit in fine. They'll eventually fit in. It's just that if you pull in people from India, if you pull in people from Africa, if you pull in people from like Somalia, from random places in Africa, they not so much. You know, they're not going to assimilate as well. There's just a fundamental difference, and the IQ difference too. IQ difference being the one of the bigger problems there. You Finns, yeah, okay, fine. Finns, Swedish, the Norway people, whatever you call them.
They can't even. They're literally of like an IQ level that they can't even join the military. So it's like, why are we doing this? Like, why are we doing this? Why?
The military is the least of our worries.
Dude, I was like,
okay, lowering the requirements so that they can be in the military is kind of the least. Like, it's the worst part is having them in society. Honestly, that we have to deal with them in society. Like, lowering the requirements for them to be around you is awful. Like, if they want to send them off to be like, I don't know, meat shields in the fucking war, whatever. I don't know. That doesn't really, like, that doesn't affect me. But yeah,
was like pissed about this the whole morning, and like obviously I was pissed about this like for a while, but then like
let's assume the assimilation of nuns did work. Would we want it? No, because it results in no white people, just like an invasion would. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even if it worked, yeah, even if assimilation of non-white people was 100% effective, it would still be a problem. Yeah, agreed.
I was getting even more pissed about it like today. This is fucked. And anyway, this all ties into the whole thing with like Asmongold getting banned, which I assume
Oh
is for his
yeah,
take on the was it Setua or whatever, Spain or whatever,
Setu.
where like the people rushed
Oh
in
yeah,
and
yeah.
like there was nothing they could do about it. The problem is that if okay, this is what pisses me off. Is people don't understand it. But it's so obvious to me. It's so obvious to me. I'm sure it's obvious to a lot of you. But like if you let people do this and you keep letting in people
You're gonna
with
keep
really,
doing
really
it.
low IQ
Yeah.
into our country, and like we just say, like, yeah, just let everybody in here. What's gonna happen is it's gonna fuck up society for everyone else.
Well, yeah.
So what's gonna happen from that? More people are gonna die. More people are gonna be financially fucked. All because people want to feel good about themselves. Wait.
Well, here's the thing: is the elites, you know, if you look at where all those people poured in from, right? In that Spain situation, they were coming from what, Morocco or whatever, you know. Let's just say yeah, because I don't know, I didn't look it up, but I think it was from Morocco. For this sake, we're gonna say yes, it was. But Morocco technically has what some might call a society. You know, it has a government, it has streets, it has companies, it has cars, it has like things in it, you know, that can function, despite the fact that it's dangerous, despite the fact that, you know, like there's a lot of crime, the quality is shit, you know, there's all these problems. Despite all that, it is technically functional. Technically, you know, if it's a low bar, but the people at the top aren't really afraid of having, you know, a technically functional society. They don't care if America turns into like a horrific, you know, dangerous place, as long as it technically functions. If they can still get what they need, if they can still get what they want, they'd hire guards if they have to. But like if society can still function enough that they can still stay in power, they can still get what they need, they can still get, you know, live their lives of luxury. They don't really care if the common person has to live in like a dangerous society. It doesn't really bother them. They're not a part of that same society. It's like a tiered, you know, a tiered society. They don't experience it. So yeah, and you have a lot of people on the left who are just kind of useful idiots who are just like pushing us forward because of equality, and you know, it's like I don't know. Do you think the people at the top really care about equality? Do you really think that's why they're pushing for it? No. You get it? Yeah, well put. Thank you.
So there's like these fucking dickhead like leftists, right? And they're like, oh, I'm such a good person. Look at me, I'm doing such a good thing. And it's like they do all of this to make themselves feel good, and they don't understand that they are dooming everyone in the future. They're fucking the future, like all of the kids of the future. They're fucking them right now. That will grow up.
Nigeria has 250 million people. True, exactly. And keep in mind their whole like the Ponzi scheme of like society, like the Ponzi scheme of the existing economy is based on kind of number of people. So they want to maximize population. They need the population. They need number to keep going up. But you know, all the smart people have been not having as many kids. So they kind of how do they keep the number going up? They spam in like people from everywhere that they can. They take the people who are skyrocketing in birth rate and then pull them in so that so the numbers can work out. So the Ponzi scheme can keep going.
That sounded really.
Leaflit thinks this is an accident. Does she? Possibly, yeah. It's possible. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I like Leaflit, but like, if this is new to her, there's still a lot more she can learn. There's still a lot more out there. So yeah, it's possible. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe she mentioned something about that.
Bad, but you get what I mean. They're fucking all of the future humans. All of the future humans. Battle of 1812, thank you so much for the 500 kicks. Thank you. Have you seen what's going on in Oriana? Africans, Dutch, and Africa have made their own society. The Africans hate now as well. They do. Oh my god, bro. I have not seen that, man. Thank you so much. Diamond Mog, thank you so much for the sub as well. Ban the man for the $10 Rumble rant. What are you saying? That I can
Ban
check
the
the
man.
early life section of Wikipedia?
Did she say ban the man? Did I hear ban the man? Her head's in the way of the of the donation, but
I'm saying when you're ready, you won't have to. Neo, I'm saying when you're ready, you won't have to.
that's you. All right, cool.
Honestly,
We
for
see
that,
you. Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. Statistically, like it's not even close. Like it's not even close to like whether or
We
not
got
you should let
Leafloids
people
in chat based.
You know, I'm not even going to. Looking
She's
at
not
Somalian
gonna
who
go
beat the
into
woman
it.
to death with a hammer. I'll just the problem, right? This is the problem with like leftist morality. Is leftists their morality is basically what makes them feel good. Like it makes them feel good, makes them good, like good to say, makes them society look good. But then they don't actually do any like the things that they do, the things that they say makes everything worse.
True. All the quote smart people in the low IQ countries leave, and then they come here and lower our IQ. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because like when you look at the map, like if I don't know, if Africa's like average IQ, let's say ultimately is like 80, and you have like let's say you have a 90 IQ person, all the 90 IQ people who are probably they're like top of the line for that country. In America, they're pretty low. They're like low rung. You know, in America they're not doing like they're not doing so hot. In Africa, they're like top of the line. But we're like if and that's a big if. I don't think this is what's happening necessarily. Like when you look at all those people crossing the border, that's not necessarily like yeah, maybe there are smart ones in there. I don't know. I feel like that's not all the smart people. I think there's a lot of idiots involved too. Or maybe I don't know. I can't tell the difference between a smart and a not smart person from Africa. I don't know. Maybe. Either way, it is yeah. Ultimately, it is bad for both places because it's a net negative for both because you have you're draining what the good IQ from the low IQ country, and then you're pushing in the low IQ into the high IQ country. So it is kind of middling out. Like it's the high IQ country like dwindles, and the low IQ country also dwindles. It's not. It's kind of a lose-lose, except for those in power, I guess, who get to have big number go up.
Like it makes everything worse in the long run. Like all this is why I say it's like so masturbatory, right? It's because they're saying all this stuff to make themselves look good, make themselves feel good. But like the actual consequences of like their actions and their policies actually fucked people over. It fucks society over, humanity over, really.
True.
And it's like, guys, what I'm saying just makes, you know what I mean? Like it just makes it. And if you don't believe me, look at the stats because I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie about it. Just look at. I have no dog in this race. Like I
You have no dog in this
love
race?
people of all races, and I think people of all races that are good people should prosper.
Well,
I just don't think that the asshole should prosper. But for some reason, that's like a touch too far. That's like literal Hitler shit at that point, right? Just like
this is where she loses me. This is where she loses me. I love all races. Oh my god, when you do that, you're like literally Hitler. Like, all right, you say that like it's a bad thing. you say that like it's a bad thing. What?
Leaflit's requirement: be a good person, get out of everyone's way. That's it. And it's like it's too much for people. Steve, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you, Sloppy Corn Boppy, as well as Spydrick.
Have to keep in mind that she is kind of like entry level red pill, right? She's talking about like the IQ map, which is kind of entry level red pill, right? So I gotta keep in mind where she's at. I can't quite expect the full Leafler, you know. Real Hitler hours, real Hitler, like literal Hitler shit, yeah. Yeah.
Only
It's a noble idea, yeah. I think it's a noble idea, but in reality, there's a lot to know. Yeah.
ramen, carrot, and vegetable. Thank you for the 400. We used to put the sub 80 IQ people and work as a general labor, box pickers, crossing guards, and a mental effort job. Dude, you know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to do like Expelled from Paradise. We're gonna have to build like a giant fucking satellite, like in space. We're gonna have to build a giant space
Send them to
station,
space.
and we're gonna have to beam up all of those people and like plug them into the Matrix, like plug them into like VR chat or something, and just let them twerk on the beach. But it's like not a real beach, like a VR beach.
Let them twerk on the GTA 6
beach.
beach.
And we just throw them all in there and let them party like indefinitely. I think that's honestly the play. I mean, I don't really know what else you could do.
Leafler,
You know,
yeah.
make the two real. I mean, you could do it like what was it, like Wall-E? Was it the one Wall-E where they had the people in the space station and they were just fucking chilling all day? Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Like what we need is we need to. This is my hope, and by the way, is my hope is that we get AI. AI pops up so hard, we get a bunch of like Optimus robots or whatever. We like build like millions of them, and then they can farm all the crops and do all of this stuff, and then we can make a planet. Like I don't know, like maybe we terraform like
Bread and circus,
some
it's already
planet
been done.
that is like.
Well, it sounds like she's saying we need like excessive bread and circus specifically for low IQ people to essentially take them out of society. Like it almost like a. It sounds like she's saying like a. It's how do you say it? It's like a really nice way, like trying to be really nice about separating them from society. Like like putting them in like pleasure pods, but then also ensuring they'll never touch society. Is what it sounds like.
Terraformable, or like the moon or something, and we just put everyone on the moon like a big vacation. You know what I mean? Like a big like imagine like a water park. You know, like a Six Flags. You know, like a Hurricane Harbor, but it's like it's got like a lazy river and all of
Deleting
this
them
shit,
would
and
be
then it's just
easier.
unlimited. Like
Technically
you just
true,
stay there
yeah.
the whole day, eat hot dogs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we just do that.
Leaf literally wants to build the pods for the plebs. Yeah, true.
Because like I really don't know what else you can do.
Like WF, like
because
Total
I'm definitely
Recall.
not gonna
I
pick
haven't
the
seen
Hitler
that.
method. You know.
Because I'm definitely not gonna pick the Hitler method. Did she not? Is hers not just like a nice Hitler? Is that not just like PG-13 Hitler? If you take all the reprobates or whatever the fuck you say, you take all the degenerates, the reprobates, the idiots, the retards, and you put them all, you literally concentrate them into a camp. Sure, you can put them all in masturbation machines or whatever you want to, right? Put them all into masturbation machines or their pleasure pods or whatever. Give them VR, you know, make it so they're happy and they don't realize where they're at. But she is effectively talking about a concentration camp, like concentrating the undesirables away from society. The unescapable moon base, right?
I don't think that's moral. People would disagree with me on that, but I don't like that. I don't think that's good. But yeah, can you tell I've been thinking about this a lot? I've been kind of like doom thinking about this. Like, what do you even do about this problem? You know, like it's so bad. And like you know, obviously, like you know, I'm not really a huge enjoyer of genocide and stuff like that. You know, so I'm trying to find like a solution.
A final solution?
And it's not a final one.
Oh.
I just want to find one that's kind of like I don't know. Damn. I don't even know what you do. Like honestly, we can start by just not importing
a fun
people,
concentration camp. Exactly.
If we can keep the good countries, like the countries that are like the super humanity productive.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm only a small enjoyer of genocide. Okay, like I only enjoy it a little bit. All right, look, I'm not crazy. I don't go crazy with it.
We can keep those countries like running. Then eventually, see, the problem is if we fuck up the good countries, right? Like the countries that are like productive, like humanity productive, that are like actually pushing us into the future. You know, not like living in huts and shit, right? Like if we have that, like people that are advancing science, because like the problem, right, is that if we keep fucking up, if we just import everybody into like the countries that are actually like humanity forward, that are actually like advancing technology. And by the way, this is all going to tie into stellar humanism, by the way.
Stellar humanism. I feel like I still haven't, like, I think she put out a video and I still haven't seen that, like where she goes over what she means by stellar humanism. I mean, I think if I had to rationalize it based on just the name, it's this whole idea of maximizing our humanity's like capabilities of exploring the stars and then doing what you need to accomplish that is going to fix society or something along those lines. I don't know. A meritocracy, maybe something like that. Test all IQ worldwide, and then delete the lowest 5% every year. Damn.
Because this is like the framework that I'm going under, right? Is like stellar humanism.
There are still bad people with high IQs. That is true. That is something to consider. Yeah.
Right. The problem is like we don't really get to space faster if we import more of these people because they fuck everything up and they make it harder to actually progress, right? Luckily, we have AI right now, which is like a massive force multiplier right now. But we can start by stopping to import people that are within this. And like, I don't know how we do that. Like maybe we test people with like using AI. I think that's really the key is like if people want to like immigrate, because like I'm okay with people immigrating as long as they're good. I think what you would have to do is you'd have to test them like using an AI. Oh,
The
problem.
problem is we're testing them like right now. Trump signed something, I think. Didn't Trump sign something recently that says you can enter the U.S. Unless, like, if we search your social media and we found you criticized Israel, you're not allowed in. And notably, they didn't say if you criticize the U.S., you're not allowed in. No, it's if you're trying to emigrate to the U.S. and you criticized Israel, you're not allowed in. It's kind of weird.
See, the problem is you have to trust the government to do that, and the
Yeah,
government
you
sucks.
can't trust the government to do that.
See, that's the problem,
apparently,
right? If
not
the
this
government,
government
okay,
at
let's assume
least.
the government doesn't suck, which it does. But if the government didn't suck, you could use like an AI that procedure, like not procedural, like AI generates like the test of like a scenario where it asks like a puzzle to the person or like some kind of
Like the Fallout
like
placement
issue, and then it
test.
asks for their solution to
I
that.
forgot what that was
And
called.
from that, you can probably try to figure out what their IQ is, not without a test. Because if you run like IQ tests, they can be cheated, right? Like they can be like studied for and stuff like that. I mean like real questions, like how do you solve this problem, or like
Real
there's this
question
issue in
hours.
nature, like how would you solve it, like some kind of design issues, I think. And
Like literally the test in Fallout. That test in Fallout was literally hypotheticals. Like the entire test was this the GOAT. Is that what it was called? They're like, this hypothetical situation exists. How would you react? And here's your options, right? And that was the whole test. Change questions each test across time. What? With equal reasoning? Oh yeah, I mean you can change the questions. That could help, yeah. Is it just me, or is this focus on space justifying things insofar as they affect going to space stupid? Like the going to space doesn't really accomplish that much. In reality, there's actually important issues. I mean, I think probably the philosophy. I mean, again, I'm going off what I'm assuming her philosophy is. It's probably that these issues that society has, if we targeted our entire if we targeted humanity's goals and motives to be exploring the stars, everything else would fall in line. Like, how would you create a society down at the nitty-gritty bottom level that aligns with those same things? Well, if you did fix the bottom level to align with those goals and motives, it would also probably do what you would want it to do. Is, I assume, how she looks at it. Like, you would not have these degenerates, these reprobates, these idiots, these retards, because having those people at the lowest rungs of society does not help us reach the stars. So that would also be something that would need to change. So in essence, it probably would also do something about that. Maybe, the same thing you would want, but I don't know. I'm assuming that's what she means, but I don't know. Leaflit really wants to have the best humans and explore the stars, and for some reason wants to be a bioengineered bunny girl. Is this true? Bro.
and if you gave them that and then they were able to pass it, then like, okay, fair enough, like you're not a fucking total retard, like you can come in and you're like, you're clean, like you don't have a criminal record, you're not throwing shit everywhere, like okay, fair enough, like you can come in, right? But the problem is like we don't do that, right? And the problem is every time we like import people that are not humanity forward, like they're gonna drag us down. Like again, what did we say about the classroom? See how this all ties in? The classroom, remember the classroom, and how like the one person AoE'd the entire classroom? Yeah, we can't have that. The problem is the fail state of humanity. The fail state of the game. If you were to think of humanity...
Did I just get psyoped? What was that? Did you see that thing popped up for a second?
The problem is the fail state of humanity.
Something like popped up for a second. Is it gonna show? Am I going frame by frame? What's going on here?
Fail state of the game.
Bro, all right, I get it. All right, fuck you.
If you were to think of humanity like advancing and going to space as a game, the fail state.
I'm not crazy.
You saw too many idiots that they drag everything down, and then society just goes back to the dark. That would be the fail state, and I don't really want to hit that. Like I want us to get to space and all that stuff. So I'm like trying to think of solutions. The Bronze Age called the Age of Idiocracy. Yeah.
Bro. Loud music at the end. I see. All right, that was pretty good. I mean, the video kind of like dawdled at the end there, but the meat of it was good. You could probably cut it at like 15, I think, somewhere around like 15, 16. I think the ending half wasn't really necessary, but I think there was some good stuff in there. It's good to see Leaflit, dabbling in the, dimensions of IQ and the effects downstream of that. the average IQs of different countries. Like I think this is the right direction, or she's looking at the right stuff. So that's cool. It's cool to see that she's looked at that and drawn some conclusions. I wonder, where she's gonna go from here. Well, only time will tell. We'll have to keep watching. We'll have to see what comes of this, if anything. Yeah.